seasons, both Mid-American Conference Freshman Pitcher of the Year and Pitcher of the Year. This season he was edged out by Ball State's Tyler Schweitzer, but those numbers as a draft-eligible sophomore are going to turn some heads by scouts.
Well, he's first-team selection, and he's standing on a mound, and he looks like he belongs. There's individuals that look like pitchers. He certainly looks like one. He's a late developer. He's going to be throwing in the 90s. He's hit the weight room a lot, so he's really developed from a maturity standpoint, and the coaching staff feels that emotionally on the mound he's able to handle situations that he didn't do maybe quite as well in the past. So he's a complete package right now.
As is the case in a lot of athletic competitions, has battled some nicks and bumps and bruises over the course of the season, particularly late in the year. So Andrew Taylor did not start last week in the regular season series against Toledo. He did face the Rockets in relief. Things did not go well for Toledo. He went 2 innings on Friday. That's 6 batters. He struck out 5 of them. Jaron Williams to lead things off here. 323 batter. And a first pitch ball. We will appeal the swing. He did not go. It is an 11:06 first pitch today. And right back in it, the count 1-1.
Toledo coaching staff feels like Jaron Williams is an individual that really puts them in motion. And he's a key to really how their offense goes.
Gives himself a chance when he puts one on the ground, but he's thrown out by Camilletti at second, and there's one away.
Those of you that are watching today and aren't familiar with Ball Diamond, it is a complete artificial surface, field turf, including the mound, home plate, and all the bases, so it's going to be a little bit different than what a normal field would play. And with the weather conditions, it's going to give us an opportunity to play.
Camilletti at second. Justin Simpson is the younger brother of Aaron, the former Ball State center fielder, now on staff at Central. He's also up the middle at shortstop today. And a first pitch down and in to Scott Makowitz. It gives us a chance to play because you don't have to put a tarp on it. It can rain all day. You can still go out there on the field. The impact, though, certainly is felt, because if you're going to slide, you better slide early. Otherwise, you're going to be sliding into the outfield.
Well, with the turf being wet, it's going to play a little bit differently. There's going to be some balls that are going to get additional spin, and it's also going to skip on the surface. So infielders are going to have to be really aggressive, and they're also going to have to be ready.
Makowitz at 256.
He's hitting 256, Joel, and they feel like he's gotten going a little bit. He was a 300 hitter last year. He's starting to come along a little bit later on in the season and bring his average up a little bit.
2-2. Popped him up. Foul ball, but playable. Shepherdson just outside the line, gives way, and it comes back fair. And Simpson makes the catch, 2 down. Easy work for Andrew Taylor thus far, and now John Cervello will try his hands.
Number 30, direct fielder, John Cervello!
312 batting, former freshman of the year in this conference for an offense that is toward the bottom half of the league. They come in 8th in batting this season. Toledo has really hung its hat on pitching this year. 3rd in walks allowed, 3rd in ERA. Keeps itself in games because it doesn't allow you to hit.
Well, it's totally opposite of what Toledo's been in the past. Toledo's always been known for their offense, and their pitching's been a little bit suspect, but they certainly turned it around this year with a pitching staff, and that's where their strength is.
Ball and a strike. Although it's interesting because when they do get on base, this team is 2nd in steals. You alluded to that with Jaron Williams and what he can do. They get on. They're going to play the old school National League style of baseball. Fouled away.
You know, not to take away from them offensively, they do have some people in their lineup that are capable, and a couple that individuals, as we mentioned, like Makowitz, who have struggled early in the season, but they're starting to come on right now at the right time.
1-2 is again flipped foul. That's why they call it a batting average, right?
That's exactly right.
You struggle early, but you're good late. Gonna average things out. Be a 270 hitter. There's the 1-2. Wasted one. Toledo did not play here this season. Ball State was on the road against the Rockets. Central Michigan has played on this field. 2-2. Flipped into right field, curling down, base hit. And then digging hard, Cervello thought and will go for two. The relay from right, not in time, but there's that overslide, and he's out. The field is wet, and we see it rear its head early.
That's exactly what we talked about a couple minutes ago. Slicing line drive down the right field line. He was thinking two right out of the box, and initially started his slide where he normally would, and because of the west field, slid right through the base.
Now, for the first time, we're going to see a challenge that took 1/2 inning. There is video replay in this Mid-American Conference tournament, and what I thought was interesting, Pat Quinn, is that your second base umpire, Steve Linton, called Cervello out before he overslid the bat.
I don't know if he was anticipating that or if he saw a swipe tag. We're going to see here. Here he goes into the slide.
He's out right there.
I think he got him on the helmet right at the start of the slide.
If not, he's definitely out on the overslide.
Right.
But I think he's out there.
Yeah.
And then, he does get back.
He got back. But he's, as you can see, he's pointing to the tag being made before he got to the base and before he overslid the base.
And the thing that's going to kick Cervello, you said he was thinking double right out of the box. He was, but when he rounded first, he thought twice about it. And that stutter step, I think, cost him on the initial play.
Slight hesitation will do it every time. Here's the tag again.
Problem to overturn this is from that angle you can't see his feet as to whether or not he was on the bag or not. As it stands, that's a double for Cervello right now. He stands out on the field. They did call him out on the play. So I don't want to say as it stands. If they overturn themselves, it'll be a double. Cervello was just hanging out there. Trying to sell his point. Home plate umpire today is Manny Gonzalez, Tim Farwig, Steve Linton, Jay Myers, 4-person crew.
They're going to put him back.
Yeah, how about that? So it is going to be a double. We do have replay. The one thing we don't have is what they've added in Major League Baseball this year, is where the umpires now have the ability to announce to the crowd, which is the greatest thing ever.
Right. This angle may give us a little bit better look.
I think he's out.
Well, that's what the second base umpire clearly indicated. And it makes you wonder a little bit because Simpson, after the initial tag, when he overslid the base, he went after him again. So it makes you wonder, did I get him the first time?
I mean, natural reaction, right? Guys off back when attack.
Exactly. That could be the factor.
Well, the review is done. And he is out.
Now he is out.
So it's a 1-2-3 first inning with a single in between by John Cervello, and there's no damage done through a half inning. Central Michigan.